Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Star Wars Meg, and in today's video I have some more news for you from the Star Wars galaxy and from The Mandalorian Season 2. So before I get into it guys, please may I ask you to hit like on this video if you enjoy it, to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and also please consider becoming a patron of mine on Patreon. For just $2 a month you can help to support my channel and get exclusive access to content that's not found here on YouTube. And without further ado, let's get into the updates. We start with some pretty big news from The Mandalorian Season 2 with Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Moff Gideon, and the actor has basically confirmed that there will be a Season 4 of Mando. As we know, Season 3 is in the making as we're speaking, in production, and while Season 2 hasn't even come out yet, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are way ahead of the game, and at this stage we now know there will be a Season 4. So let me read to you guys from this article which talks about it. The Mandalorian Season 2 may be arriving next month, but one of its stars is looking a little further afield to using answers to the Star Wars show's mysteries in the upcoming years, while also seemingly confirming the existence of a fourth season that will be on Disney+. He says we're living in a universe that is huge and there's so much to explore. So I think this show is going to lay the groundwork for the depth and breadth that's going to come in Season 3 and Season 4, where you're really going to start to get answers. So two major takeaways is: one, don't expect the mystery of Baby Yoda or perhaps the future planet-sized posers to be revealed on The Mandalorian Season 2. Secondly, we now know that The Mandalorian Season 3 is not the only confirmed upcoming season that will follow Season 2. Of course, news of a fourth season is hardly a shocker for a show of such scope and success, though it's worth noting that nothing has been officially confirmed in that regard. Esposito could be just playing a long game and slipped up. Speaking of the long game though, it's refreshing to hear that Star Wars has mapped out its future, at least on the small screen. Now, one big reason why this news is so significant beyond just we're getting another Mandalorian season after seasons 2 and 3 is because it's finally about time Lucasfilm learned under Disney to plan things out. We got terrible, horrendous planning with the sequel trilogy, and while I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, I must say that all three films lacked structure from the very get-go. So with J.J. Abrams' The Force Awakens, it was all nostalgia. Then The Last Jedi took the story in a completely different direction with Rian Johnson, and the finish didn't even match any of the previous two films. So it's about time they planned it, and this is really exciting for Star Wars fans because Lucasfilm do not have very long and do not have a huge window to gain back the respect and support and trust of Star Wars fans. And at this point, a lot of trust has been broken. So let's hope Season 2 absolutely kills it, and let's hope Season 3 and even Season 4 make for incredible seasons. And now for our next piece of news concerning The Mandalorian Season 2. I really wanted to address this because a lot of people spread rumors, and a lot of people claim that rumors are facts when they're not. So I came across a fantastic article which talks about, is it a fact or is it a rumour, Mandalorian Season 2 edition, and this will really lay some things to bed, especially regarding rumours that a lot of people assume are true. So let's get straight into it. The first one is directors have been confirmed. This is a fact. An official press release from Disney pegged to the trailer's release confirmed that The Mandalorian Season 2's directorial slate includes Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Bryce Dallas Howard, Rick Famuyiwa, Carl Weathers, Peyton Reed, and Robert Rodriguez. The next one is Baby Yoda is back. This is of course a fact. The next one is we're going back to Tatooine. This is a fact. The trailer and promotional images for Season 2 contain Tusken Raiders and Banthas, minor villains in the Star Wars universe native to Tatooine. Unless they immigrated to another sand planet without telling us, it seems like we'll be getting the Binary Suns in Season 2. However, I do also think that Tatooine is linked to theories regarding Boba Fett and the fate of Jabba's palace after Jabba the Hutt died in Return of the Jedi. The next one is the snow planet in the trailer is Ilum. This is a rumour / a fan theory. While a lot of speculation is that it's Ilum or perhaps a new snow planet, we simply do not know. There are a ton of other terrains and planets in the trailer, but without further information on the identities, it's just mere guesswork from fans. The next one is Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka Tano. This is a rumour, and I know a lot of people are going to get annoyed about this in the comments and say it's confirmed, it's confirmed, it's confirmed. Please give me the reputable source. And by reputable source, I mean Lucasfilm or Disney themselves. In March of 2020, Variety confirmed that Dawson will play the fan favourite Clone Wars character. As a former Padawan who quit the Jedi Order and forged her own path, Ahsoka and Din Djarin would have a lot to talk about. However, it's just a rumour that she will appear, and until she is cast officially by Disney and Lucasfilm, it's not been confirmed. A lot of people will also say that on the IMDb page she's found. Let me just state, stop using IMDb as an official casting site until the season is released, because anyone, and I mean anyone, can edit the IMDb page. It's extremely likely we'll get Ahsoka. Don't get me wrong, I buy into the rumors as well, but until it's confirmed and until we see her on the screen, it's not confirmed, it's a rumor. The next one is that Temuera Morrison is Boba Fett. Until the other day I would have said this is a rumour, but let's put it as a fact with a question mark at the end. Of course it's not 100% confirmed, but his agent has more or less confirmed it, and we can expect to see Boba Fett in season 2. The next one is that Sasha Banks' character is indeed Sabine Wren. This is a rumour. It's just speculation that she is Sabine, and I know the fandom is really divided, even on my own comment section of the video I did last week, where I talk all about how Sabine Wren potentially will appear in The Mandalorian Season 2. A lot of people were saying it is Sabine Wren, a lot of people were saying it's not. Remember, it's just a rumour. Bear in mind that the cloaked, hooded figure, which is Sasha Banks' character, might be a new character altogether. It might be a new Jedi we haven't seen before, and while there's speculation that she is Barriss Offee or another character we've seen in either Rebels or the Clone Wars, we simply do not know until the identity of her is confirmed in Season 2 when it drops on October 30th. I think you know where I'm going with this. Some other honourable mentions with regards to fan theories and rumours about The Mandalorian Season 2 is that Bo-Katan will appear as Katie Sackhoff, and that Cobb Vanth and Rex are in Season 2 as well. Until our eyeballs physically see this make itself manifest with Season 2, it's a rumour, and to be honest, a lot of this alleged fan service that we're going to get just seems really over the top exaggerated, to the point where we're even getting rumours about characters who have nothing to do with the timeline of The Mandalorian supposedly making an appearance because fans just want a bunch of fan service, which is highly unrealistic towards the Mandalorian plot. Don't have your hopes up too high is what I'm telling you. Just let Season 2 speak for itself. If we do get some fan service, great. If not, also great if the story in and of itself is good. And the final piece of news I have for you guys today comes from the film Solo, A Star Wars Story, and the star who plays Han Solo in it, Alden Ehrenreich. And this article is from Cinema Blend, and it states that Star Wars star Alden Ehrenreich pushes back against narrative surrounding Solo. Thanks to director change in the middle of production, mediocre box office performance, and pretty good but not great reviews, the narrative surrounding Solo has been consistently negative, or at least tinged with negativity. That doesn't sit right with Alden. He knows the movie didn't do as well as other entries in the Star Wars catalogue, but he thinks the media perspective was still far too negative. The actor recently talked to Total Film and reflected on his experience working on Solo. The whole process apparently took him 3 years and was an amazing adventure, but that doesn't mean every feeling he has about the movie is warm. The lack of nuance surrounding the reporting of the film still bothers him. Here is a look at part of his quote. "It didn't do as well as other Star Wars movies, but it still did well for a movie, and so it was kind of this medium thing. But that's not newsworthy. Even at high-level journalism, there's an intense pressure. Sometimes it feels like to catastrophize or celebrate. An article headline that states things are complicated and there are good sides and bad sides isn't getting the emotional response." It's definitely true that the media tends to polarize not only the good and the bad, but also everything in between. When it comes to Solo, there's a lot to look at, so let's separate the conversation into box office and general perception. The first is box office. Was the media unfair to Solo by calling it a box office failure? Well, it's certainly fair to call it a disappointment. The film was reportedly made for $300 million according to Deadline. The film grossed a total of $392 million and changed worldwide. When you factor in marketing costs and percentage theatres keep, especially overseas, there's no way the film made its money back theatrically. That being said, when you throw in home entertainment and life it's getting out of streaming services and merchandise and whatnot, Solo was definitely not a disaster. So let's talk a little bit about this. I've said a few times that the years following The Last Jedi were really cold for Star Wars fans and Lucasfilm as well. And Solo coming out the year after the second installment of the sequel trilogy, Episode 8, The Last Jedi, was the worst time for the film to come out. Fans were absolutely divided about The Last Jedi, and that meant that those who really didn't like it were not willing to give Disney and Lucasfilm their money or even their time of day. So in a sense, there was more to it than just the Solo film being quote unquote bad. I don't even think it was a terrible movie. I think it's highly underrated, but it came out at the worst potential moment in Star Wars theatrical release history. I do see Alden's point though about the way that the narrative in the media was towards the film on the whole, but it is surprising that 2 years on he doesn't really seem to understand that a lot of the film's success or lack of success wasn't due to the film in and of itself, but rather the stigma around the sequels and Disney's Star Wars and what they believe the vision of the future of Star Wars to be. So there you have it guys, that's my daily update. I really hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also, please consider becoming a patron of mine on Patreon like I said at the beginning of the video. The link is in the description down below, and I wish you a fantastic rest of the day no matter where you are in the galaxy. Have a good one.